High in the eastern Rhodope Mountains of Bulgaria, a colossal stone monument rises 470 meters above the valley, its slopes carved into an impregnable fortress. This is Perperikon, the ancient Thracian rock sanctuary, once called by its earliest inhabitants, the sacred mountain of spirits. The site's story stretches back over 7,000 years, to the Chalcolithic period, when Neolithic settlers left behind tiny, carefully placed fragments of ritual pottery in the rock crevices. These Neolithic offerings, dating to the 5th millennium BCE, mark Perperikon not just as a settlement, but as a place of profound and continuous worship. But the monumental city complex known today, hailed as the Balkans' largest megalithic site, the European Machu Picchu, took its definitive shape around 1500 BCE. It was then that the Thracians, the powerful Bersi tribe, carved an entire civilization out of the living bedrock. Terraced palaces, sophisticated street networks, massive cisterns, and one of the most extraordinary ritual complexes in all of Europe. At the Acropolis summit, the sanctuary's beating heart is revealed. A vast, rock-hewn oval room open to the sky. At its center stands a 3-meter-high pyramidal pedestal, crowned by a round altar 2 meters across. Its surface permanently scorched black by centuries of ecstatic fire rituals. At Perperikon, the gods announced their arrival with light. Here, the sacred altar was carved to meet the first rays of dawn, not by chance, but by design. On the summer solstice, the rising sun aligns perfectly with a stone channel leading into the sanctuary, igniting the chamber in golden fire. For the ancient Thracians, this moment marked the beginning of the ritual year, a celestial signal shared by the great cult sites of the ancient world. Perperikon was no ordinary shrine. This was the legendary Thracian Temple of Dionysus. The site housed an oracle, whose power was compared to Delphi itself. Within its stone chambers, seers spoke words that could redirect the destinies of nations. Here, priest-kings and priestesses honored the deity of wine, ecstasy, and prophecy, who was often equated with the Dionysus, or the sun god. Channels, grooves, and basins, known locally as charapans, wine presses, are meticulously carved into the surrounding rock. This sophisticated network hints at elaborate ceremonial processes. They weren't just drains, but conduits for sacred wine libations, the very lifeblood of the prophecy rituals that blended wine, fire, and divine revelation. The core ritual here was divination by fire. The priest-king or priestess would pour sacred wine onto the open flames of the great altar. Crucially, the height and intensity of the sudden blaze, whether it flared up immediately to the heavens or remained low and smouldering, determined the omens, foretelling the fortunes of kings, harvests, and empires. Ancient Roman chroniclers, such as Gaius Tranquillus and Macrobius, specifically cite this Rhodope temple. They claimed 2 world-changing prophecies were spoken from this very altar. First, that Alexander the Great would conquer the known world. And later, in 59 BCE, that Gaius Octavius, the father of Augustus, would see his son rise as the first Roman emperor. A prophecy so profound, it cemented Perperikon's reputation across the Mediterranean world. Some scholars believe this place was the birthplace of the Thracian cult of the sun god, symbolized by rituals performed on burning embers. This ancient, mystical tradition survives today in the Strandzha region of Bulgaria as Nestinarstvo, where fire dancers still perform their ritual on live coals, a practice that connects the modern age directly to the Thracian past. This act was not just spectacle. It was a tribute to the Thracian sun god, who revealed himself as the blazing sun by day and as the eternal flame by night. Archaeological evidence confirms that alongside the wine rituals, rock-cut altars across the complex were dedicated to animal sacrifices, with evidence suggesting the sacrifice of small animals like goats and sheep. Some ancient accounts, though debated, suggest that in rare, solemn moments, a messenger in the form of a human sacrifice was made to communicate directly with the gods. Far from being a barbaric hill fort, Perperikon was an advanced urban centre. The architects carved the palace sanctuary with a complex of over 50 halls and rooms, featuring 3 stories and a carved stone throne in the centre of a ritual hall. Its water management was equally remarkable, including a massive 5-metre deep cistern capable of holding 500,000 litres. This combination of civic and sacred architecture makes Perperikon the only known example of a truly colossal Thracian megalithic city. One of the most spectacular finds is a small clay fragment inscribed with Linear A, the undeciphered script used by the Minoan civilization of Bronze Age Crete, over 1,000 kilometers away. This extraordinary discovery throws a revolutionary light on the Thracians, suggesting long-distance connections, shared sacred networks, and a sophistication that linked the Rhodope Mountains directly to the Aegean world of kings and myths. Another enduring mystery lies at the foot of the hill, a carved water basin that has been emptied multiple times during excavation, only to miraculously refill from a source still unknown. This self-filling water pool, possibly part of a recently discovered Roman-era nymphae, holds deep ritual significance. In the early 5th century AD, as Christianity spread through the region, Perperikon was not left behind. Christians moved into the ancient rock city, repurposing its sacred spaces. Remains of a large early Christian basilica, built in the second half of the 5th century, have been uncovered on the southern slopes. This monumental bishop's basilica had thick stone walls, colonnades, and richly carved flooring, reflecting Perperikon's new status as a Christian stronghold. The basilica underwent several transformations. It was partially abandoned in the 7th century during Byzantine decline, then remodeled in the 9th century under the First Bulgarian Empire, and again in the 12th century when only its central nave remained in use. Archaeologists have also discovered a rotunda mausoleum, dating to the 6th century, likely used as a bishop's tomb, underscoring Perperikon's importance. Moreover, a richly decorated pulpit carved from rock, adorned with an eagle motif, points to early liturgical use. In the mid-14th century, after the Ottoman conquest of the region, Perperikon was abandoned. Once a vibrant city of worship and power, it was left to nature. Churches, palaces, and shrines swallowed by time and overgrown by vegetation. Though long known to locals, the site's true monumental scale was only scientifically revealed in the early 2000s. Under the leadership of the renowned Bulgarian archaeologist Professor Nikolai Ovcharov, who brought this extraordinary Temple of Dionysus and the megalithic city to the world's attention. Perperikon is more than just ruins. It remains a powerful place where ritual, myth, and an advanced ancient civilization meet beneath the Rhodope sky. If you enjoyed uncovering the secrets of this rock sanctuary, tap subscribe and join the Valorian Vault community for more exclusive ancient history documentaries every week.